Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Cross Watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the second quarter of 2024. So this will cover April, May, and June. Before I even begin, I just want to thank you guys so much. So you guys are like the beefiest sign of my channel. Like, I think the views I get on each Capricorn video equals all of the other signs combined every week, every month, every time I post. So I just wanted to thank you guys. And it was the first quarter of 2024's reading that really took off. So thank you all for being here. I'm so excited to read into the second quarter for you. So let's dive into it. I have all the cards out and they're all face down. I haven't seen any. The spirit animal that is representing the second quarter for you is the elefante. I love it. Oh my gosh, so beautiful, so wise. Elephants are just so majestical. I love them ever so much. And by the way, I'm being really quiet because it's midnight 30. All right, if you were wondering, it's also why I'm all barefaced and in my jams. The fact that I felt guided to say that and go off on that tangent, I feel, Capricorn, this weird level of comfortability. It feels to me that a lot of you, if you struggled with anxiety, it's weirdly melting away. And situations where you once felt very anxious, you just like totally cool, calm, and collected about now. Really interesting. I don't know why I felt guided to say that. Or some of you, it could be that if you've been like surrounding yourself with a lot of new people, those relationships are getting a lot more comfortable and you can really just like let your gut hang out around them, let your hair down around them, you know what I mean? And just be yourself. Because, when we first meet people, I think the majority of us, like 99% of us, it's not that we're trying to put on a mask, but we don't fully let our guard down. So I am seeing that, like letting your guard down in front of some people who at the time that you're watching this may still be newer people to you. So that's really great. Or in like a newer environment, like if you got a new job, for example, and you're like, oh, hello everyone. Like now you're just like, girl, let me tell you about my day because it was crazy. You're letting that guard down. Anyways, that has nothing to do with the elephant spirit. The elephant spirit coming out as your guide. I am seeing deeper spirituality, interestingly enough. I am seeing a strong tie for some of you. I don't know why I'm seeing Southwest, Southeastern Asian culture coming up really strongly. And not just because the elephant spirit is obviously very big there, but there could be a weird tie there. Some of you may be from there, may be currently there, or you're being drawn to spiritual practices from those areas like Hinduism, Buddhism, things like that. May be significant for you at this time. And I don't know, I'm seeing a deeper spiritual journey that you may be taking this quarter that you may not be aware of at the time that you're watching this, but it will be taking place. So that's really interesting. All right, let's see what else comes out. We have the Luminous Warrior in reverse coming out as your overall spiritual theme and lesson for the second quarter of 2024. So let's read it for you from the book. The number 32 may be significant. If you're into numerology, may be a lucky number. The Luminous Warrior has no enemies in this world or the next. He is impeccable in word and deed. He focuses on his light rather than what hides in the dark. Since he casts no shadow, he is as radiant as the sun and can transform his most terrible enemy into an ally. His power comes not from the sword, but from speaking his truth at all costs. I don't know why. This isn't necessarily a mantra, but the phrase, just be yourself, is coming through. Just be yourself. I remember this time. It was so insignificant, but for some reason it stands out in my memory as such an important thing that I needed to hear. It was last summer. I was going out to like a free dinner with my friend, and his coworkers were supposed to be there, and this may be TMI. I hate wearing bras. I don't wear bras. So I asked him, I'm like, so these coworkers, are they the types of people who will be offended if I have my nipples hanging out? Or Do I have to put on a bra, or would they be fine with that? Do I have to censor myself with what I talk about, or can I just be my usual self? And he literally just said, Laura, just be yourself. Like, people will like that. And I'm like, it was such an insignificant, weird thing, but it's been stuck with me ever since. And I'm like, why do I feel like I have to put a filter on myself? And like, why can't I just be myself? Even if who I am does not perfectly fit in to the culture and society that I live in, I don't know. Anyways, the reason why I told you that story was because I feel for you that you're becoming a lot more comfortable in your skin and in your voice. Some of you may have recently been doing affirmations around confidence, or I'm seeing a lot of like public visibility. You may be working through internal blockages, fears of being noticed and visible. So, for example, let's just say you have your own business and you really want that business to take off, or you're an influencer of some sort, or you're trying to be, and you really want that to take off. Maybe you have a blog that you really want to be super popular. But you're the type of person where when you go out, you want to blend into the background. Like, you don't want to be seen, you don't want to be noticed. That is a survival mechanism, which is perfectly valid. Sometimes we are safest when we're blending into the background. We're not the center of attention. However, that is deeply rooted in your subconscious. And so, if you're trying to reach a level of success, you need to unroot that from your subconscious and start saying things to yourself like, it is safe for me to be the center of attention. It is safe for me to be in the public eye. It is safe for me to share information about myself and be myself. I am seeing, Capricorn, a lot of work can be done subconsciously with those beliefs. And some of you may have already started doing that, or feeling guided, or seeing signs from the universe that you should be doing that. Okay, because that may be a blockage to your own popularity, success, whatever. A lot of you guys who are watching, Capricorn, you really did benefit from sort of blending into the background at so many points in your life. Okay, I feel like a lot of you have nighttime goddess or god energy, like being one with the shadows, like assassin energy, like just turning into shadows. A lot of you aren't afraid of the dark. A lot of you are really connected to the spirit of the night. Maybe that's why I felt guided to film your video at 12:30 a.m. But it really served you a lot to blend into those shadows and connect with the more dark, feminine, spiritual, deep parts of yourself for a long time. But now I feel like a lot of you are trying to manifest some form of public recognition, whether that is finding your soul tribe or business success, career success, people acknowledging you for who you are. All of these things require you to be open to being seen. So you may be working through a fear of being seen. Anyways, I didn't even read to you the medicine. Let's read the Luminous Warrior. When it comes out in reverse, this Luminous Warrior spirit is trying to give you a healing medicine this quarter. Are you being tempted by your emotions to follow your lower instincts? Are you being invited to enter a quarrel with someone? Put your sword away. This is not the time for battle. Your enemy is not who you think it is. Do not act from a place of anger that will damage your relationships and hurt the ones that you care for. Find the truth hiding in your heart that will affirm your instinct for peace rather than war. I saw similar energies coming up for Libra. I honestly forget what came up for Aries and Cancer, but your fellow cardinal sign had a very similar message of not allowing anger to be acted upon or extreme passion to be acted upon in a negative way. So I think a big lesson for you in this quarter, Spirit is saying this is not a quarter to fight. Okay, this is not a quarter for making enemies out of other people. For example, let's just say you're really angry at racism. Okay, the Luminous Warrior is definitely someone who fights against things like that. However, they don't fight with things by embodying those things. For example, some people can be so angry at racism that they go in the exact opposite direction and then they themselves become racist. They themselves promote things like segregation, and completely keeping different nationalities and ethnicities separate so they can exist peacefully on their own. You go from hating racism to turning into a racist. I've seen that happen so many times. Sometimes people go so far left that they end up in the right. Like, they go so far progressive that they end up conservative, or they go so far conservative that they end up super progressive, but like to the extreme where it's not good. That peace, that balance, that harmony, that moderation is everything. Everything in life should be balanced, okay? Extreme of anything is not a good thing. We do not live in the universe that supports extremism, okay? When extremism is present, disharmony and a lack of peace and happiness will follow, okay? So essentially what I'm trying to say here is don't make enemies out of your friends. Don't make enemies out of the people who are demonstrating the things that you dislike about society, about this world that we're living in right now. They're not your enemy. The culture that they grew up in, that turned them into who they are, might be your enemy. Okay, and how do you change that? You don't change it by embodying the things that you hate. You change it by embodying light and love and acceptance and harmony. Okay? Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting so deep with you. We have the first quarter moon. Your commitment is being tested. Okay, shifting gears a little bit here, guys. Capricorn, I feel like there's some area of your life where, the question of will you keep doing what's right is coming up. Not following your lower instincts also includes not following your emotional impulses to distract yourself. I just saw such an insightful reel not too long before your reading, and this person was saying, of course you're gonna seek stimulation that's negative when you don't have a mission in life. Of course you're gonna be drawn to watching reels and shorts and scrolling on social media for hours on end. I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock, 12:34. That's a sign. Of course you're going to be drawn to things like junk food and all of your negative habits, whatever they may be, when you don't have a mission in life, when you don't have a purpose. Okay, people always ask, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? I don't know. What do you want to do? Just follow your obsessions, honestly. Stop thinking so much about, well, what's the purpose for me? Just start following the things that you're obsessed with that feels good. If you're obsessed with a trading card game, follow that passion. See where it leads. Maybe you want to create content on it. Maybe you just want to play it and spread your entertainment and joy with other people. If you really like comedy, write jokes, go to shows, surround yourself with comedians, see where that takes you. When you stop and think way too much about what your purpose is. I don't know. Anyways, why am I telling you this? I keep going off on these tangents. Some of you guys may be suffering from focus issues a lot more headed into this second quarter, which I totally resonate with. I'm a Capricorn moon myself, and I just decided to take a break from ashwagandha, which is an herb that has been helping me so much with every issue I have in life. I have ADHD, and I don't know why. It just really works for me. Like, I focus so much better. My sleep schedule is better when I take it. I have less anxiety. And then I swear to God, the second I stopped taking it, bad sleep schedule went straight back to how it was. I was honestly pretty surprised because I was like, oh, I don't think it's doing that much anymore. And then I stopped and I'm like, oh no, it was doing a lot. So some of you guys may be doing something like that where you are trying to quit something or get off of something that helps you maintain your current homeostasis, but the thing you're hopping off of might not be the best for you, or you just might need a break from it. For example, some of you may be quitting caffeine or smoking or sugar, and your body and your mind is so used to that stimulation, that input, that it may totally mess with your focus to hop off of it. But don't let that fool you into thinking that you're not being productive and doing great things and moving forward in your life, because you actually are. Okay, I hope that made sense. But yeah, there's something here. Some of you may be finishing school up, or you have a really big goal for business, career, or like a vision for saving up for something. And I feel like this first quarter moon is coming out to represent, like, will you stay true to that goal and not give up? Okay, the elephant spirit is also really great for helping you meet goals, because they will destroy blockages that get in the way of that goal, and they will set up the appropriate blockages for you to not stray from that goal. Okay, that's why I love working with Lord Ganesha and elephant spirit in general. My shower curtain has a huge elephant with like sacred geometry. I just love the spirit of elephants, because they help us set up healthy boundaries and blockages in our life. Blockages are sometimes really, really good for us, okay? For example, let's just say actually, perfect example. I have been meaning for hours, literally since I woke up at like 10 a.m. this morning, to film this video. It is now 12:30 at night and I'm finally filming it. You want to know why? Because right before this video, I was scrolling on my phone, I was not being productive, and then my phone just died suddenly. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'll film now. Healthy blockage. I'm seeing a lot of those are going to be in place for you at this time. So don't be surprised if some bigger blockages come up, like a certain friend of yours disappears because they weren't good for you, or you suddenly get fired from your job, but then it's like that job was toxic for you and now you can collect unemployment and find a new one. You know what I mean? Like, healthy blockages will come up for you. All right, so let's dive into your tarot now. I have 6 cards, 2 rows of 3 from the good tarot. They're already out on the table, all face down. I haven't seen any of them. We have the 7 of Earth coming out in reverse as your first card. Guys, I am seeing a little bit of a frustration here, because Capricorn, I've been feeling this for you for a while though, and I don't think I've mentioned it a lot in your readings, but I think I should mention it now. I feel for a lot of Capricorns at this time. Sorry, I'm getting messages faster than I can talk. For a lot of Capricorns at this time, and for the past, I don't know, couple of years, I feel there has been a lack of development in some area of your life, probably multiple areas of your life. And I almost feel like you didn't want to acknowledge consciously this lack of development. Like you were trying to look on the bright side, look on the positive side, see the best in people if this involves someone, see the best in your situation, hope for the best. And Capricorn, for like, I don't know why I want to specifically say the past 2 to 3 years, you may have been waiting for some sort of growth or change in either someone, I feel like it's someone for a lot of you, or something. And this could be, your goals, whatever. You've been waiting for this change, and it's like delay after delay. And there may have been a specific thing that happened, and I'm seeing in the first quarter of 2024. Okay, so these past few weeks, and it feels more like February or March, where it's like there was a big turning point for a lot of you. And like, for example, if this is a person who you thought would be like further along with your relationship or whatever, there may have been a turning point where for the longest time you thought, okay, once this thing happens, we're going to be golden. We're going to be good. Everything will be better after this one thing happens. For example, oh God, do I want to give a personal example? Ooh, I don't know if I want to I'll give you a personal example, but don't tell anyone that I know that I gave you this example. Okay, so there's this person, and I'm telling you this because I'm a Capricorn moon, so I can relate to this reading too. There's this person that I've known for like 2 or 3 years. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's all adding up. And they kind of sucked as a friend for the longest time. And they were going to get a very advanced degree, and that consumed a lot of their time. So in my mind, I was like, okay, well, once they graduate, they'll be much better of a friend. And then they graduated, and nothing changed, And oh my God, I could give so many examples of this because now the wheels in my brain are turning, and I'm thinking of all the Capricorns I know, and I'm like, wow, actually, every Capricorn I know has a story like this. I know someone else who it's like they've been in a relationship for 2 years, for 2 years, maybe 3. I actually don't know, 2 or 3, 2 or 3 years, and oh, you know what? That's a little too deep of an example. Never mind. I'm not gonna. Okay, I'll tell you. They were waiting for someone to move out of a particular living situation, and the time has come where they had a new living situation that was talked about for years, available, open, empty rooms, ready, literally their place, their property, and the Capricorn that I know was like, okay, once that happens, everything will be great. Everything will be great. This person never moved. It's like they were in a crappy situation. I'm not going to get into details. Never mind. You get the point. All right. Just know that if you were here in person, I would be telling you all the deets. Okay, I can't spread information on the internet about other people. We have the page of air in reverse. We're just going to move on, guys. Oh God, I feel like this is connected. There's someone in so many Capricorns' lives right now where it's like you were waiting for change. Some sort of big event that you thought would create change happened. It didn't change anything, and now you're starting to really see this person for who they are, which is an awful communicator, okay? With very poor leadership skills, I'm seeing. Very poor planning, just communicating in general, like giving you an idea of where you're going or what's going on in their life. And I even see here, if we flip these cards the right way up, they look like this. Okay, and this 7 of Pentacles, and I don't know if you see the same thing that I'm seeing, it almost looks like they're giving the Page of Air the side eye. And this Pentacles energy is so serious. It's like, listen, I'm trying to be serious. I'm trying to, put some roots down. And, for some of you, you could be like wanting to start a family or move or, even retire or get healthy, whatever your thing is. And you're looking over at this Page of Air and you're like, are you serious? You're not taking this seriously, and your communication skills are not mature. And I'm seeing a growing sense of frustration within you if you have someone like this in your life. Now, here's the beautiful things. A lot of you won't resonate with this. Not most of you. I think the majority of you will resonate with this. I would say maybe like 20 to 30 of you, percent of you won't resonate with this because you already got rid of this person. Or people. This could be multiple people. And if that's the case, good for you. Okay. Good for being the mature, evolved Capricorn that you are. The rest of us are struggling. Okay. And I'm seeing here, unfortunately, in the second quarter, Capricorn, if you're already feeling this frustration towards someone, I hate to say that frustration is going to continue to develop because you deserve better. And the universe is going to keep adding to that frustration. And like I was trying to tell Libra, you can let go of this frustration at any point. The closure you need is available right here, right now. So what are you waiting for? Why are you waiting for change that's not going to come? I don't know. It's like you're waiting. It's so similar to Libra. If you have any Libra in your chart or any Libras in your life, go watch that video as well. But it's like you're waiting for someone to change. You're waiting for some sort of big break to happen. And it's like you can get the answers and the closure you need literally right now. It's available right here, right now. At the end of this video, you can literally receive that. Just pause the video. You can get it right now by simply letting go of this energy of waiting for the change to happen and waiting for life to happen and using, some of you guys are going to get offended at this, using people or outside circumstances as a little fantasy to escape your present day circumstances. Ooh. All right, moving on. Third card, we have the Page of Water. Crazy crazy how that happens. Page of air, page of water, page of air is in reverse. When this happens, when we have two pages, or knights for that matter, any court card that's at the same level with one in reverse, one upright, it does show a disconnection from someone. But another thing that I'm seeing here is that, weirdly enough, as your resentment and frustration grows for someone who's not going to change, I actually see new love coming in your life simultaneously. Oh, Capricorn, if you're in a relationship and the person whose resentment, who your resentment is growing towards is that person that you're in a relationship with, this is going to be a crazy quarter for you. Okay, this definitely won't resonate for the majority of you, but if you find yourself in this particular set of circumstances, my heart goes out to you, because I was here before as well. I'm going to share another story. Oh my God, it was years ago. It was 2018. I was with someone who was very obviously cheating on me because my intuition was telling me, yo, he's cheating on you. And, being a psychic sometimes, it is very difficult only when you're surrounded with people who you're not supposed to be surrounded with. My psychic intuition literally would wake me up in the middle of the night, like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, check my boyfriend's location at the time, see that he was out cheating on me, and then somehow still I would try to deny it, like, oh, I don't have any physical evidence, because I was young at the time, and I'm like, oh, clearly I need physical evidence if he's cheating, whatever. And then even when I got that evidence, I still talked myself out of it. It was weird. It was a weird time in my life. Anyways, I'm telling you this because towards the end of that relationship, I started getting intense feelings for a friend of mine. And at the time I was monogamous, and I never in my life have ever cheated on anyone, even emotionally, like in the slightest. I think that's so stupid. Okay, and even now as a polyamorous person who a lot of people think I have no ethics, like never, ever, ever cheated on any of my partners. Like I don't understand how people can cheat, because me personally, when I'm in relationships, I tell them every thought that goes across my mind. Like I almost share too much information, so I never got it. Anyways, I feel like if you're in that circumstance where you're in a relationship, building resentment towards them, they're just not on the same level of communication as you. You're actually serious. They're not taking you seriously. It doesn't seem like they're taking you seriously. Their actions aren't lining up with their words. That's a big thing. Anyways, I feel like you might actually catch feelings for someone else, and you might leave this person. And after you leave, hopefully, you may try flirting with this new person. Now, obviously, a lot of you are in happy relationships. It's not talking about your romantic relationship. But the big thing here, Capricorn, that's coming out is that there will be an increased agitation within your heart and soul for the people in your life whose actions are not measuring up to their words. That's all I'll say. Second row of cards out, we have the World in reverse. Isn't that funny? When this card comes out in reverse, it shows that it's time to end an old chapter and allow the new chapter to enter. This is scary, Capricorn. It is scary to admit when a lot of the people in your life suck. It's scary, especially if you're someone with social anxiety or just anxiety in general, and you hold on to people and environments that are really comfortable for you, because the thought of having to find that same need to be met in someone new or something new, the thought of meeting new people and putting yourself in new environments can be very anxiety inducing, and choosing to listen to that anxiety can be one of your biggest blockages in life. Because right now, the cards are saying, look, a chapter just needs to end. And you're the one that needs to create that closure, because I feel like the other person or situation involved, I just have a feeling that somehow it's going to keep getting drug out and drug out and drug out. I'll give you another example. I was in this similar energy with someone one time, and I was just, they kept talking about possibly moving, and I was like, okay, well, once they move, I'll have the closure, because then it's like they're no longer in my life. I don't have to put up with them, or maybe they'll invite me to move with them, or whatever. And it's like, what I didn't think was that this person could end up staying where they're at, and this could just keep being drug out. So I am seeing something like that. being a big possibility, which leads me back to what I was saying. You need to create your own closure. We have the Five of Earth. Oh my gosh. Guys, see, oh my god, Capricorn, I just want to shake you by the shoulders. I also want to say this quarter is not bad. Okay, this could be one of the best times of your life, but why do you put yourself in environments and surround yourself with people who give you the bare minimum, who make you feel like this lack? Some of y'all, oh my god, there was a daily tarot reading a few days ago, and I feel like it was meant for you. Some of y'all are just tired, and this newfound tiredness is coming because there are people that you continuously maintain a friendship or relationship with who are giving you the bare minimum. You're the one initiating everything. You're the one reaching out. You're the one chasing. They barely talk to you. They're short when they talk to you. They don't ask questions about you. Like, I mean, and the thing is, they could do those things here and there to keep you hooked, but they're breadcrumbing you just to keep you in their life because you're a whole catch and a half. Okay, you spread positive energy and have so much benefit. Anyone would be lucky to have you in your life. So they do the bare minimum to keep you in their life so they get the benefit of having you in their life while they're doing almost nothing in return. So I'm just saying, why do you do that? Why do you keep yourself there? Two of Air in reverse, guys. Capricorn, this reading's frustrating because it resonates with me so strongly too. And I'm like, I can understand why some of you are resistant to some of the messages coming out. But like, I just need you to make a clear-cut decision to move forward in your life. If you're watching this when I'm posting this, to be honest, you're probably not going to do this. But if you walk away and create closure within yourself before or during the solar eclipse on April 8th, I feel like there will be new love and a new blessing that comes in very, very rapidly. Actually, I take that back. You can do this at any point, and I feel like a new blessing will be coming in. I feel like the whole theme that we're talking about in the second quarter is coming along with this eclipse that's happening. It's almost like this eclipse is downloading this frustration, this growing frustration in your life, which is actually a good thing because you should be frustrated with this, bare minimum energy. And you know what? When you put up with people and environments that give you the bare minimum, I hope you know that also affects your finances and your health. Okay, because you're saying to the universe, I'm okay with receiving the bare minimum. Okay. All right, well then I'll just give you enough money to get by. And even if your income flow is really great, I'll just create so many expenses. So that way you just get the bare minimum. Like literally, that's what you're telling the universe. The universe is totally neutral. It's not this loving God that everyone thinks it is. Okay, I've had a near-death experience. I know. The universe is simply a mirror reflecting back your own energies. Okay, it's completely 100% neutral, completely balanced, equal light, equal dark, everything. What you get out of the universe is what you put into it, okay? Anyways, this reading has been so long. Thank you for joining me for this and listening to my tangents. There's really powerful spiritual change that can take place for you this quarter, and I desperately hope that you embrace these changes instead of continuously making enemies out of the people who are giving the bare minimum and trying to fight for them to just be enough for you. Let it go. Accept them for who they are and don't even have judgment towards them. That's all you can offer me right now. That's totally fine. But I'm gonna go put myself in situations where I'm vibing with people who operate at the same frequency as me and they resonate with me and they give back as much as I give at least. And you know what? I'm looking at this card, your commitment is being tested, and I'm seeing it in the opposite light now as well. Like, why are you so committed to certain people and projects and things that aren't committed to you? I'm just saying, guys. Anyways, crazy quarter ahead. this could be a life-changing quarter for you. If you embrace the lessons that are here for you, oh my gosh, just remember this Page of Cups, Page of Water. This is new love. This is new fulfillment, being very, very happy. It only came out in one card though, because some of y'all are going to take a long time to learn a lesson and get to this point. All right, thank you guys for joining me. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this quarter ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you want personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.